Have you ever worked with a nightmare client? You know, the kind that makes you question all of your life decisions and dream of packing your bags for a one-way trip to never again. Well, I've been there, and here's the twist. I was the nightmare client. My tendency to miss deadlines and make everything chaotic followed me all the way to the Dominican Republic. Turns out you can't just escape your bad habits by hopping on a plane. But I've learned how to tame them with some strategic tools that keep me on track, on time, on budget, and organized. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm building the design agency Jaya, which specializes in working with brands in the health, wellness, and fitness space to provide branding, content creation, and e-commerce solutions. This is the last episode in a 4-part series that I created to share my experience of building and launching my design business. This episode will cover the tools that I use to manage absolutely everything. So whether you're interested in design, business, or process videos, check out this series, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment on what tools have transformed your workflow. Part 1, why tools matter for growth. Let's start with the stark reality. 20% of small businesses fail within their first year. Starting a business is like a high-stakes game of choose your own adventure. You have limited time, money, and energy, and you need to decide how to spend them wisely. For years, I was stuck in the same chaotic cycle. I'd throw everything into a project for months, burn out, then jump to the next great idea, only to repeat the whole cycle all over again. As a result, Hansel and Gretel have nothing on me for breadcrumbs of failed businesses. But those weren't failures, those were lessons. The common thread is I wasn't strategic with my tools and systems. Part 2, why tools and strategy matter. Before we dive into tools, let's get real. No tool can solve your business problem if you haven't nailed the basics of self-discipline first. Tools are like the support beams. They can only make your structure stronger, but they can't build the foundation for you. From experience, to run a business, you need to not be overly reactive to every single problem, and to not be reactive, you need to have a strategy, plan, and time to maintain said strategy. That's where tools come in. They don't just make your workflow smoother, they give you time back to think, plan, and grow your business. If we think of a business like a house, it's pre-planning for big things like the cost of a new roof or furnace, which don't seem that important to do until you need to do them. Work smarter, not harder. I'm not saying blow your budget on subscriptions that you don't need, but if a tool can help you save time, be more efficient, connect with clients better, it's worth it. Part 3, a tool that changed my workflow. One tool I recently started using is Rome. It's a project management and pricing tool that's helped me redefine my workflow. It's helped me create contracts, spec out projects, and set fair prices based on my skill level and location. Rome has made my workflow more efficient, giving me back the time I need to focus on my creative growth. If you're a designer, check them out through my affiliate link in the description below. They are one small tool that has made one big difference. Part 4, my personalized toolkit. If I was ranking this, Figma would be my top recommendation and choice. It is my go-to design tool for all things UX, UI, web, and mobile design. For any personal training website, e-commerce, or custom mobile app design I've done, there is literally no other tool that I could do this with. But if I'm doing a logo or a branding design contract, Adobe Illustrator is unmatched. Its ability to create vector designs and its massive typography library make creating cohesive brand or packaging designs really simple. Canva is number 3 on my list because it has its limitations, but it's very easy to use if you aren't a professional designer. It's user-friendly, and I can easily make social media templates like an Instagram post of client testimonials or easy recipes for my clients to use and customize directly in Canva. I use a mix of all of these depending on the client, their goals, and the project. This isn't a digital tool, but it's something I use almost every day. And it is my camera. I have the Nikon Z30 and it has been my trusted companion for the last 2 years. It's been well used for my YouTube videos, client branding shoots, photography gigs, and packaging design shoots. Audio is just as important as visual. This is my Yeti mic. It always leaves my sound quality crisp and clear, especially compared to some cheaper brands that I thought would be great for travel, but instead have made me delete a lot of footage. Once I take the videos, I need to edit it somewhere, and Filmora has been my go-to tool. It's beginner-friendly, but powerful enough to create polished videos. For photo editing, my go-to is Lightroom for its unique color grade, and for extra features, I go to Artlist for stock music and creative elements. Getting into the details has taken my work from, oh, it's a home video, to well-produced. And the point has been to make sure that my client's work is the best quality that it could possibly be. In terms of my organizational tools, I am a Notion stan, a super fan. I use Notion for everything. It is the all-in-one space where I organize ideas, plan workflows, have all of my information about clients. I have my daily to-do list, my weekly to-do list, my quarterly goals. Google Calendar keeps my schedule synced across devices, making sure that I never miss a meeting or a deadline. And last but not least is my paper and pen calendar. There's something about physically writing things down that just helps me stay focused. For marketing tools, Mailchimp has got to be my S-tier program. I would strongly recommend getting Mailchimp if you have under 1,000 emails. They are an amazing tool for creating monthly newsletters or doing sales campaign, like Black Friday. Speaking of which, if you like design and are also interested in some Christmas deals that may or may not be happening with my design agency, you can also subscribe to my newsletter below, so click that link. Google Forms is good for collecting data and creating user surveys. It's also the first thing that I do when someone signs up to work with me. They fill out an intake survey so I can better understand them and their goals. And the last one is social media scheduling. Batch creation is a huge hack, and if you want to take this one step further, you can pre-schedule a lot of your content, which is one of the best ways to make sure you stay consistent. And of course, outside of all of this, I have my own templates that I've made, from contracts to branding guidelines, pitch decks to client timelines. I talked about this in my last video, but the more you can create reusable templates, the more time and creativity it will give back to you in the future. What did I learn from being my own nightmare client? That sometimes the toughest person to work for is yourself. But that's exactly where growth happens. For me, in the last few years, this realization was the turning point. Once I committed to using tools strategically and holding myself accountable, I saw the difference almost immediately. I went from scrambling to finish projects to confidently growing and managing my business. Escaping to another country might not fix your bad habits, but taking a step back, rethinking your approach, and investing in the right systems definitely can. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more behind the scenes of building a design agency, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment what tools have been useful for you. And if you're a health, fitness, wellness, or nutrition business looking for creative branding, design services, or how to get more clients, you can book a free consultation call with me directly on my site. Let's make your vision come to life, minus all the drama. And I'll see you guys in the next video.